Ah, the general. They killed the general. In moments, the battlefield falls silent. Yuella raises her sword and shouts out deafeningly. Continuing to fight is a waste. We, the Uedora army, have slain the general of Zoth. The echoes of her shout become unrest that spreads through the Zoth forces. Some run away. Others just fall down and look stunned. Their already low morale completely collapses. None of them even try to point their swords at us anymore. Zoth's defeat is soon reported to the Tokia camp. Shogun, there's been a disaster. What is it? The general of Zoth has fallen in battle. What? How? No. When? There seems to have been an ambush. The Zoth army is already retreating. And we're receiving word that our forces deployed in the hills were wiped out as well. Shogun, what do we do? Do we withdraw too? We cannot withdraw as long as the Emperor lives, and if we do, his wrath will fall on us. We cannot allow that. Sir, but... Hey, someone gather the food from the retreating Zoth army. Take it from them if you have to. They don't need it anymore. Sir, right away. So, how large was this ambush? It was only a handful of people. I don't know how to say this. No, their troops must have been confused. It's fine. Tell me what they said. Sir, according to witness reports, there were a few humans, along with demons and all manner of strange races. Perhaps they have beast people like our army. What became of them? They hid after declaring victory. I see. They retreated then. Sir. The Shogun thinks for a time after the messenger steps back. I didn't expect they'd actually come out. Look for them. Find where they went. They must have taken some kind of path to reach here. Search everywhere, especially in the hills. Sir. We rest in a nearby forest after escaping from the Zoth army camp. Now what do we do? Tokia's shogun has probably already noticed our movements. The same trick won't work twice. You're right. Can we do anything to support them from out here? Everyone stays quiet. Our plan worked, but now what do we do? Yuella suddenly speaks. Let's have an audience with the Emperor. An Imperial command is needed to end the war. You mean go to the capital of Disnafrody? I'm sure we need the Emperor's order, but can we really just go see him? Normally it would be impossible. He remains in the capital under heavy guard. But at this time of year, he rests near Zoth's border, far from the capital. It is far less heavily guarded. Then we have a chance. In short, we break in, and then negotiate. The war won't end without a direct order. and this is the only way to even get to talk to him. Normally, you would just send a messenger to see him. I throw that thought out of my mind almost immediately. It's all over if we're attacked while trying to go through diplomatic channels, and nothing here will change. If we're going to negotiate with him, it has to be quick and decisive. Directly talking to him is the best way. We can put everything on the table all at once, and bring an end to it there and then. If we go, we have to succeed. If he refuses, we're finished. There's other concerns afterward, too. Even if the war ends, Yuidora will still be in a dangerous situation.
であれば、交渉の場には私も加わっていいかしら。決め事を改めるためにも、ディスナとは一度顔を合わせておきたいの。
And may I join the negotiations too? I want to meet Disna myself in order to determine something.
幾分か口を据えてやろうぜ。わらわが出ればディスナとて無視するわけにはいかぬ。休校を温める絶好の機会でもあるしな。
I will accompany you as well. You cannot ignore me. This is a splendid chance to renew our old friendship. Indeed, you two hold a lot of influence in Disnafrody territory, and have passed there. He can't turn you down. After that, it's up to Yuidora.
信じるしかない。
We have to have faith. There's a rustle of grass. Yuella looks at the nearby trees in surprise. We watch them carefully. But nothing appears. Say, can't we go back to Yuidora now? Their siege has collapsed, and the other army can't cover that much. I glance over at Yuella to see what she thinks. We didn't expect to be able to get back into Yuidora, but since our plan worked, we might be able to slip past Tokia's army.
できるかもしれん。トキアの軍勢の動きも探った方がいいな。
I don't know if it's possible. We should watch Tokia's movement carefully.
確かめてみましょう。
I'll find out. We look at each other and nod. I want to go back to Yuidora if we can. The group begins moving again, rushing through the forest. I must report this to the Shogun. A man that looks like nothing more than a merchant fades into the shadows of the trees. As Wilfred's group begins to move back toward Yuidora, a man rushes into the Tokia camp. Shogun, we have a report from a spy. Send him in. So, what did you learn? I heard Yuidora's lord. He's going to the Emperor. How bold of him. I didn't expect them to attempt to assassinate the Emperor. Spy, are you certain of this? Sir, I heard it myself. Who was with him? One man, one girl mage, one demi-human with long ears along with other demi-humans, and Moon was at his side. I understand. I have heard much about them. You may leave. Sir. What do we do? Should we withdraw all our forces after all? The responsibility for this defeat would fall on Zoth. We would not be blamed. We cannot lower our flag without the Emperor's word. Yuidora is an injured beast right now. If we turn our back on it, you don't think they could really invade us. It's not just a problem for Tokia. I must protect the honor of Chinte, and uphold the Emperor's authority. But the Emperor is resting in the territories right now. With the guards there, they could have a chance. Di Fandao scowls and thinks hard. That girl joined them. She's been predicting what we do. This could be our chance. We have to protect the Emperor regardless. Without that, nothing else matters. Sir, then should we go after them? Unfortunately, we won't be able to finish it here. The end comes with Yuidora's lord. You stay here and keep the siege up. I will take the elite forces back and protect the Emperor. Sir, I will begin preparations immediately. We cautiously watch the Tokia troops move from a nearby hill on our way back to Yuidora. Look, just a part of their army is moving. That's the Shogun's banner. Where could he be going? I cannot believe he'd flee. In any case, this will help us. They will not move easily without the Shogun. We can probably make it back into Yuidora now. We hurry through the shadows of the forest, making our way closer to Yuidora. It's quiet. They're not moving at all. They won't do anything without an enemy to fight. They'll stay entrenched until we do something. Let's use this chance. We leave the safety of the forest, and move onto the highway and hurry toward Yuidora. This isn't the victorious return I hoped for. I joke around as we get near the gate. When the soldiers stationed there see us, a cheer goes up. Look, it's Lord Wilfred's group. Lord, welcome back. It looks like they've known about our victory. They've probably been watching the gate ever since Zoff retreated. We're home. Can you open the gate now? Close it as soon as we're inside. Yes, right away. We go straight to the manor as soon as we're inside. Laguna was in the middle of a meeting, and looked surprised to see us. You're back? How? Through the gate. We closed off the tunnel, so don't worry about that, but we should station guards there anyway. I'll take care of it. Well then, the operation was a resounding success. Excellent. The Zoff army retreated. As for Tokia, some of their troops left as well. We saw something else. It looks like the Shogun has fallen back. And they're withdrawing. No, it's too soon to relax. They're still sieging us. We're going to go directly to the Emperor, and negotiate a truce. But the Shogun did move. He may be going back to the Emperor to have an audience himself. Is it for an order to stop fighting? Zoff's general has fallen. Could Tokia use it as an excuse to stop fighting? The Shogun's not that kind of man. He thinks not for just Tokia, but for all of Disnafrody. Maybe he has anticipated that we'd go to meet the Emperor, and is moving to intercept us. He wants to keep us away from the Emperor that badly. Elisa Slane and Kohakuren are with us. We should be able to force a meeting with him. But the rest of Disnafrody wouldn't accept the lord of a tiny Mikelti country like Yuidora meeting with their Emperor. Furthermore, if we gain a truce like that, then the opinion of the other countries will change. The Emperor's authority over them may crumble. A massive empire like Disnafrody would want to avoid that above all else. This is going to be hard. We have to confront him. We can't afford to wait for things to change. However, then what? We can't just hold him at sword point and force a truce out of him. I have an idea about that. As a condition of peace, we will sign a technological exchange. Wait, that would give them Yuidora's technology. It will also make it easy for us to learn their techniques. I'll explain the details. I keep it simple for now. We can offer them what we know about controlling floods and irrigation to address the famine that's afflicting Disnafrody. If we trade our technology with them, they'll be able to help their people. But the fighting still won't stop for a while. It's also to their advantage for this war to not drag on. It'll be a complicated truce, but I think if we start working together, it'll pave the way for real friendship. If we work together to improve both our countries, then people will be able to live in peace. Yuidora should be proud to offer their knowledge. That's the strength of alchemists and our technology. Indeed. That decision is very like him. Using our technology to combat the starvation and flood damage in Disnafrody. It won't be that easy, and I think it'll be full of other problems, but I think that's the best path for both of us. I explained to everyone confidently. They all nod at my words. Then let's gather here again once we're ready to leave. Everyone else leaves except for Yuella. She looks at me with a mix of emotions. I don't know what to say. I want to thank you for your compassion. You're even thinking of the people there. It's your home, Yuella. It's my problem too. And you wanted this too, right? I smile as I look into her eyes. I didn't know why Yuella went into the mine by herself at first. I never thought that she betrayed us. She was looking for the secret of the mine, the supposed secret technique that Disnafrody thinks exists. What was she going to do with it? I knew that she wasn't just following some order. She's not that kind of person. There could only be one reason. If she was looking for a technique like that, it would be to help the people of Disnafrody. What you were looking for didn't exist in the mine, but we can use the power of alchemists to make your wish come true. She can't hide her emotions right now. You're such a... What? Falling in love with me all over again? I laugh as I say it. Yuella smiles a little. Thank you. We haven't won yet. We've still got a hard road ahead of us just to get to the negotiation. Yuella nods firmly. Everything's in place now. Tokia's army is still stationed around Yuidora, but without the Shogun, they won't be able to move very easily. Small groups will be able to enter and leave Yuidora safely. Not enough for supplies, but if I have to go anywhere, I can. When all our preparations are finished, we'll gather in the Lord's Manor and get ready to leave. In the dead of night, the sound of blades clashing rings out in a warehouse in the corner of Yuidora. Yeah? Take this. The two of them clash violently, thinking about the final battle to come. They've trained like this every night, slashing at each other while thoughts from long ago fill their minds. and they usually separate after they finish practicing with nothing more than a curt acknowledgement of each other. But not tonight. The workshop's owner is fast asleep. Ragsmowena goes to the corner of the workshop where she normally sits. Yuella follows her there. The two of them sit back to back. After a moment of silence, Yuella speaks.
今から言うのは独り言だ。そのまま黙って聞いてくれ。
I'm just talking to myself. Please listen without saying anything. She talks quietly, even though they're not facing each other.
姉上、あなたは全てを知っていたのだろう。だからこそ私には言えなかった。そのあなたの気持ちを今は温かくも寂しく思う。
Sister, I think you knew it all, and that's why you couldn't tell me. Being with you. I miss your warmth now.
私はこれから姉上の期待を2つ裏切ることになる。
And now I'm going to turn my back on what you asked of me.
私は将軍に会いに行く。そして私たちの気持ちを伝えるつもりだ。
I'm going to see the Shogun, and I'll tell him how we feel.
もはや誰も私にそんなことなど望んでいないだろうし、みんな止めるだろうが、私は生き残った者の責務として遂げるつもりだ。
I don't want that anymore. Nobody does. I must fulfill my duty as the survivor.
それを成し得た暁には、私は国へ戻らない。私にはあなた方よりも大切にしなければならないものができた。
It may come that I never go back to our home. I've found something precious, and cannot take your path.
不幸者だと思ってくれていい。そしてそう思うなら、私がそちらへ行こうとしても、3人で追い返してくれ。
Maybe I'm betraying our family. If you think I am, even if I have to join you, please send the other 3 away. She says nothing more after that.
お前は一人なんかじゃない。
You are not alone. Yuella gives her a small nod, then stands up and leaves. Well, probably nothing to do here. Yep. Right back into it. We've decided to gather in the Lord's room before we leave. Sorry, I'm a little late. I rush into my room, but Yuella's the only one here. Huh? Where's everyone else?
まだだ。
Not here yet. They're all late. Did they forget this was an official order from the Lord? I step up to Yuella while joking around. This feels like it'll be the final battle. The Shogun will be waiting for us, won't he?
だろうな。
Probably. Yuella answers curtly. Is she concentrating on the battle? Or maybe she's nervous. Yuella knows the Shogun well. Maybe it's hard for her to think about having to fight him. The Shogun sounds like a serious and dutiful man. I feel like I've already met him. I look back at her. She's quietly watching me, but her attention's still not here. She's not really listening to anything I'm saying. Everyone's really late. I open the door and look out, but there's no sign of anybody. That reminds me. Remember back when we first met? You mistook me for a black market alchemist. I was really scared of you back then, but I don't think you're scary at all anymore. I glance at her again, but she's still mostly ignoring me. When she continues to say nothing, I just continue like I'm talking to myself. I wonder what'll happen after this battle's over. The tension with Disnafrody won't just go away. We won't be at war anymore, but I hope we can do better than that. Yuella finally responds to that.
そうだな。家族というものを作ってみたくはあるな。
Let's see. A family. I want to have one. Huh? A family?
おかしいか？私のようなラッパー上がりでも将来のことぐらい考えている。
That's strange. Even a fighter like me thinks about the future. She answers coldly, and looks away from me again. Say, Yuella, why aren't you looking at me?
気のせいだろう。ちゃんと見ている。
It's your imagination. I'm looking right at you. But she won't meet my eyes. I stroke her butt from the side.
何をする?
But what are you doing? She turns toward me despite herself. You're finally looking at me.
ふざけるな。さっきから冗談など言って、今は戦争中だぞ。
Do not toy with me. What I said before was a joke. We are at war. You know, we don't have many chances to be alone together like this. I want to at least enjoy them with you.
まったく、お前は領主になっても気楽だな。私だって我慢してるんだぞ。
Honestly, even if you're comfortable being Lord, I've had to endure. Endure? Endure what?
いや、別に。
Huh? No. Nothing. Yuella becomes flustered and turns away from me again, but her face is bright red now. She's restless now, too. You did just say that you wanted a family. Do you want me to help you?
バカ！家族というのは、家族になることを言ったのであって、子供が欲しいとかそういう意味では。
Idiot. A family is, when I said a family, I was thinking of something with children. Yeah, so do you want us to become a family? Is that what you said?
いや、今のは、忘れてくれ。
No, just forget what I said. She hides from me again. I lean in close and whisper in her ear. Do you want a baby?
考えたこともない。
That's not what I was thinking. I want one. How many kids do you want in your family?
いや、3人ぐらいとか。
No. 3, I think? 3, huh? How do you see them?
やはり最初は男で、それからそうだな、次が女で次が男。いや、何を言わせるんだ。
First will be a boy. After that, yeah, next is a girl. Then a boy. No. What am I saying? Honestly, you're too beautiful.
そこへ直れ、根性を叩き直してやる。
Hey, know your place. Pull yourself together. Yuella angrily steps up to me. Wait, don't pull your sword out here.